at the RV Entrepreneur Summit, and this is a summit for those who work from the road. And one of the questions that we get asked a lot, and an issue that a lot of people around here care about, is what do your workstations look like? How do you get work done? What's the most productive way that you work? And how do you get internet from the road?
Exactly.
So in this video, we're going to show you exactly how we do it. This is the interior of our Airstream. My desk is over here on the left, but I'm going to show you what Courtney does first. She has a little fold-up desk here that the Airstreams come with, and this
Not
is...
all. Ours did, though.
That some Airstreams come with, yes. And for her it works really well.
It's perfect. It's a great amount of room. I can have stuff out with me and my laptop, and it's great. I just sit right here, and this is kind of where I hang out, whether I'm working on the computer or I'm chilling. And it's pretty easy to put away since it's a fold-up table. When we travel, it just gets folded like that and then put down. There you go.
No more desk. Desk is gone. And oh wait, desk is back.
Yep, just gotta get the rug back. Okay. Want to see where Steve does?
This is where I work. The Airstream, when we bought it, like most Airstreams, come with a dinette, so a fold-up table in the center, then two like bench seats on either side. It came out to about here at this point, and it was taking up a lot of room in the Airstream, and frankly we never used it, and I wanted a better place to work. So what we ended up doing is we just ripped that out, threw that away, and we came up with this little desk idea, which has worked out really well. So we just went to IKEA, picked up this little piece of wood that was exactly, for the most part, the size that we needed it, between this shelf here, which came with the Airstream, and the end of the wall there by the refrigerator. So it expands this entire area, gave us a lot of counter space, to be perfectly honest with you, on this side. But this is where all the magic happens from my perspective, and it works really well for me. So as you can see, I can scooch into my desk and be fairly self-contained here with a lot of open walking area here.
And a Penny.
So Courtney can go back and forth, and Penny can go back and forth and not really bother me. I don't bother them, and I have a nice 32-inch monitor because I really like the screen real estate, especially with all the photography and video that we do.
Yes.
I have two primary laptops that I use. This is a Chromebook, an Acer Chromebook. I also have another Chromebook, but this is a 15.4-inch Chromebook screen, which I really wanted. Works wonderfully for basically everything I do other than photography and video. And for photography and video, I'm one of those weird people who don't use Apple. I use Windows because it works just as well for 95% of the cases, and it costs a fraction of the cost of Apple. Nothing against Apple, but Microsoft Windows frankly works well for me. So this is over here, and what I do is whenever I want to use the monitor between these two computers, I simply unplug the monitor from one, plug it into the other, and vice versa, depending on what monitor I want to use with which computer. So it's very easy, very simple and straightforward to work with on a daily basis. And you also might be wondering about internet. This is what we do for that. For internet, we use Verizon, the Verizon cell towers. And this is our little Verizon MiFi device that you can pick up at Amazon and a few other places. And we just keep this guy right here against the wall so it's unassuming and frankly out of the way. And a MiFi device is similar to your Linksys or your D-Link router that you might have in your home, but this just connects to the Verizon cell network. AT&T and Sprint have their own versions of these MiFi devices. We bought a grandfathered unlimited plan from Verizon, so we're never throttled, we never have to worry about that. I understand that Verizon is now coming out with more of that stuff now, which is good to know because they don't have to continue this grandfathered plan. They could cut us off at any time, but if they do, we have some options that we can explore, but we'll probably keep using this MiFi device just with a different SIM card for a new plan. And basically what we do, wherever we happen to go, we simply raise our WeBoost 4GX cell booster that we attach to our TV antenna on top of the Airstream. We simply swivel it so it points at a cell tower. On our cell phones, we use OpenSignal to find where that cell tower is around us, and we just do our best to point that thing in the right direction. Sometimes it takes some finagling, sometimes it really boosts the signal, other times it's only a marginal increase, but we definitely use that thing everywhere we go, and we would highly recommend it if you want to stay connected while you travel. So you might be curious about how this all works from a technical perspective. The way it does work, like I said, the WeBoost's directional antenna is mounted to our old TV antenna on top of the Airstream that we can swivel and move around. The cable is run across top of the Airstream down through the refrigerator venting, which is the way that a lot of people do it, and it was quite frankly pretty easy for us. It runs behind that wall and then out underneath the desk, and that's where our WeBoost little receiver is. And the receiver looks just like this. We have a green light on. That means everything's plugged in, it's getting power, and we are good to go. So this wire coming out of here runs all the way here through our underneath my desk, and then up the other side, up through this little hole we made to this guy. This is our transmitter that is inside the Airstream. So the cell signal comes through the wiring, gets boosted here, and then from there everything essentially becomes a brand new cell signal that gets rebroadcast inside the Airstream. So we found that the closer our MiFi device is to the cell booster, the better the signal. So we keep those not more than a couple feet away, and then all of our Wi-Fi devices like our computers and our cell phones simply connect to our Verizon MiFi device, which then gets its signal from the booster, which runs up on top of our Airstream through the directional antenna, and that's how everything works. And that is also how we can maintain fairly good cell signal inside the Airstream, and that's more of a problem in Airstreams because, quite frankly, this is an aluminum fuselage, so cell signal does not transmit between metal quite as easily, so this really works well for us. So that's what it looks like working inside our Airstream. We found that a lot of people in this community are moving away from the dinettes and more towards the desks. A lot of manufacturers are just giving you that option as well if you happen to buy new. So this is becoming more and more of a concern among RVers, especially as the average age decreases, because it's more likely that you're either going to work or you're going to like doing this kind of thing. So this is how we do it. It works for us, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We're taking our last walk around Lake Guntersville State Park. Good stay here. A little rainy today though.
A little rainy today. It held off until everybody was leaving, so that's good.
Yep.
But actually I loved it here. I would come back here without the conference, but definitely for the conference.
Yeah, this is a nice park.
An amazing, absolutely amazing week.
Yep. 2 harvest hosts over the next 2 days, and then a little family time in Virginia. Last day in Alabama. Also the last day in the Central Time Zone.
Today.
There's nice bathroom facilities and laundry throughout the park. These cabins here too, so it's very like KOA style. Definitely one of the nicest state parks we've been in. And the lodge is right up there. You could have conferences, and there's restaurants, and of course a hotel up there. Check out that guy right there. He's in a Earth Roamer type vehicle. I think can make it over anything.